Hey, what's going on, Black people? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. Now, I'm here in Philadelphia. I'm going to be speaking here on May 5th and May 6th, which is the next couple of days. And I'm sitting in the airport. I'm just thinking about, the future of the country. And I'm thinking about this election. And I'm thinking about the fact that, to everybody's surprise, Donald Trump is now the nominee for, or presumptive nominee for the Republican Party. And that's a shocker for everybody. I don't think anybody expected Donald Trump to become a serious candidate. And of course, it looks like Hillary Clinton on the Democratic side is going to be running for president too. And what I find so interesting about this is that I don't know which of these two people I despise the most. I don't know which one of these two people irritates me the most. I don't know which one of these two people I consider to be, more racist, more condescending, more disrespectful, more harmful to the community than, I don't know. I don't know which one. And with excuse me, with Trump, kind of, doing as well as he did in the on the Republican side, I think that it speaks to what's really happened in our government. I feel like so many people are angry at the ineffective government that we have and the way the political machine has just walked over the value systems of regular people. And the truth is that it's only going to get worse. I think the only thing that could really save the country at this point, in my opinion, would be if you had like a Mark Zuckerberg type person run for president with the purest of intentions to really do the right thing. Even then, though, they'd find a way to stop him because the system is so screwed up. But I would like a Zuckerberg to run because I think he could actually afford to pay, the $2 billion that it costs to run for president, which is just insane. I think that these campaign finance laws need to be modified. I think that we've got to the point where money runs our country. And the thing is, I'm an expert on money. I got my PhD in finance a long time ago, and the one thing I can tell you about money is that money is powerful, but money is very, very dangerous. And you don't want to have an entire country that is built on an addiction to money. When you do, you have very bad, very warped outcomes, very warped incentives. For example, a healthcare system that's built on money says, look, hey, if you can't afford your medication, then maybe you just need to die. Or if it costs too much to take care of you, maybe you just don't need to be insured. You just need to be put to rest so we can have a productive country. And I don't think that that's healthy. I don't think that that's who we are as human beings. And so, long story short, when it comes to this election, don't ask me a lot of questions about it. I just, I'm not going to sit here and argue over which tastes better between, rotten eggs and dog shit. Like, I just can't do it, and so I can't sit here and tell you why Hillary's better than Trump. None of that excites me. I'm not going to get excited about running to the polls so I can keep Trump out of office. That's the Democratic strategy. It's usually, what they do is they use a bottom up measuring stick as opposed to top down. So rather than pointing to a politician and saying this is why you should vote for this person, they say you need to vote for this person so they can protect you from that person. Because if you don't vote for this person, then that person will be in office and then it'll be horrible for you. And it works really well with black people, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't like anything where you're trying to manipulate my mind. I don't like that. I don't like when even in conversation, if I pick up that somebody's trying to play with my thoughts or my emotions, it irritates me. And I feel that in politics, that's what they're doing. They're just trying to play with your emotions. So anyway, that's it. But one thing I am thinking about though is, in terms of this conversation that we're going to have in Philadelphia, one of the things I want to reiterate to black people is that, when you talk about the quest for equality, you got to make sure you fight for the right things. And the other day I was just thinking about jobs. I said, and I don't know why it took me that long for it to really hit me, but I said, why in the world would you ever think that you can have equality with white people by getting more jobs from white people? Right? Like, it's like, oh, well, we have an unemployment gap. White people need to give us more jobs. Okay? That's not going to give you equality because, if you work for me, then you're not equal to me. Because I'm telling you what to do. I'm running your house. I'm paying your bills. So, what we ultimately need for strength, economic strength, is we need black businesses. I said it once. I'll say it a million times. I'll say it till I'm dead. So in your household, The most important thing you can teach your children is how to start a business, how to manage money. I mean, seriously, it's a simple solution. Make sure your child knows how to start a business at an early age. Because a lot of these kids out here, a lot of these young dudes can't get, they can't, they feel lost. They're stuck. They're mad. They ain't got nothing. And the reason they ain't got nothing is because they don't A, know how to come together, and then B, know how to start a business together. If you took 5 brothers that are down on their luck, let's say 5 dudes that got a little skill, a little education, but all of them ain't got a job, and you pull them together and pull their resources and their ideas together, I guarantee with a little guidance, a little hard work, they could create something that's theirs. I mean, it's real. The answers are out here. The answers are out here. Anyway, I'm about to go. Don't forget, I'll be here in Philly, May 5th and May 6th. You can go to the drboyceWatkinstour.com, or you can just go to boycewatkins.com and click on events, and you can see all the tour schedule. After I leave here, I'm going to go out to Los Angeles. It's where Damon Dash and I are going to shoot 2 things. We're shooting Steel Justice, the show I told you about. Looks like it's really getting some buzz, so I'm really excited about that. We're shooting also Too Honorable that's actually already shot, with Kanye West as the other executive producer, and that movie is also, we're going to screen that for some networks when we're in LA, so I'm excited about that. And then after that, it's back on tour again to Dallas, Austin, Houston, and then I have a couple of speeches to give, and then Vegas on the 5th of June, and then New York City the next weekend. So check it out. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.